Open your eyes at me. Why won't you look at me? Are your manners? If a stranger asks for help, is it right to ignore them? Is that how it is? I will share a secret with you. I have never seen myself before. I don't know if my face is ugly. I don't know the color of my skin. I don't know if I'm even here. That's why I need you to open your eyes so you can tell me how I look. I'm also shy, so I might hide the moment you do. You won't find me anywhere, and soon you will forget, like a faded dream. I know you're not asleep. You listen with those tiny ears of yours. They look so fragile. Like I could almost grab them. My fingers around them. And tear them off. If I knew, you'd scream. I hear your voice. It was a joke. I'm joking. Don't be scared. What do you think my eyes? Look, our gazes finally meet. What will you find? Answer me. They look empty. The eyes are the window to the soul. That's what someone told me long ago. They said that the soul was holy, bright, beautiful. Every person has one, both the good and the evil. Person with the exception. Me couldn't possibly own something so holy, bright, so beautiful. They looked inside of me, took a deep breath, and announced their conclusion with great routine. Their eyes that could see it all. I'm sure that if you were to cut me apart, not even blood would flow out. Even if I felt it sometimes crawling through my veins. Maybe that's why I soap of that pain. So maybe this is for the best. I can't remember who was the first to recite these words to me, nor the second, nor the third, nor the several others who came after. The only thing I remember is that they looked as empty as I did to them. Hey, have you ever felt so empty, so devoid of what makes everyone special, that you've embraced the void as your own? Have you? These eyes, are these my eyes? A good answer. There is only one way to know the truth. Open your eye. So you won't look at me, even though your eyes are so pretty. I can't see them, but I can imagine them behind their veil of flesh, round like pearls, and shiny like jewels. So, so pretty. It's fine. We still have time. The night is still and silent. People are good at closing their doors. Do you know what a door is? Of course you know. You have one right there at the verge of your little world. A door is a barrier to keep the bad out. The bad can be anything. A bad person, a bad smell, and sometimes me. I can't open doors. I find them tricky. Should I push or pull? Should I turn the knob left or right? Should I try to take it off its hinges? Should I chip away at it, hoping it will fall apart? And what happens when it opens? Do I close it behind me? Do I keep it open? But that might be rude to the person who had it closed. But then, how do I get out? And what happens if the wind pushes it close? What then? So many options. So many things that could go wrong. Whenever I stand in front of a closed door, it paralyzes me. I stare at it for a long time and think of my excuses, because that's all they are. What bothers me the most about closed doors is the idea they exist to keep me out. It fills me with the need to go in, so I search for a crevice or a window, anything that might be open, anything that might let me in. I'm not good with doors, but as long as there's a place where I can fit, then I can go in anywhere. Every night, I hop across the shadows of the streets. I'm careful so as to not be caught by the light. In my eternal search, I pick a place where to rest. I slip in and spend the night wherever is comfortable, without alerting anyone. Usually it's a cellar, an attic, anywhere with dust, with dirt. I feel at home there. But sometimes, just sometimes, an urge swells inside of me. The urge to be seen. So I search hard, So very warm. Because people are always warm. Hey, how do my hands? Look, my warmth finally meets yours. How will it feel? Answer me. They look tired. That may be so. These fingers of mine have touched so many things. They are always stretching forwards. Something. The tip of my finger stands over the surfaces that I travel, and their sensations reach the core of my brain. The softness of the first spring flowers, the roughness of a wall made out of rubbish. Pressing, grabbing, clawing, no matter the time of day, no matter if I'm awake or asleep. As if they had a mind of their own. Even now, they clutch onto the fabric of your bed sheets. They like how these thousands of threads intertwine with each other. The rustle of fabric against fabric, of skin against skin is irresistible. They want more. They want to closer between them and around them, more and more and more. Sometimes, however, they can't reach as far as they'd like. That's when hand to hand, I take over and stretch, 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 and they grow. Maybe just the length of a fingernail every time, but they grow, just so they can reach out, clutch what they want, and then throw it aside, discard it, and forgotten. That's why they are tired, because they never stop seeking, and most never will. Hey, have you ever stretched your fingers to grab a hold of something that's been long out of your grasp? Have you? These hands, these, my hands. A good answer. Yet, there is only one way to know the truth. Open your eyes. So you won't look at me, even though my hands got it. Maybe you and I. No, I know we are. I can feel it in my skin. Can you hear it? My skin is pulsating. It has been long since this happened. It's a sign of my innermost emotions flowing out. I wander the world, wanting to be seen. I'll be satisfied as long as someone tells me how I look. But it's not like anyone will do. If it did, then it would be oh so easy, since I could show myself to everyone at once. Every living person in this land, and ask them all the same question. Someone will answer, and there's no doubt about it. But it might not be the answer I wish for, since I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be perceived as something I'm not. It scares me. is on the verge of looking at me, I shy away. I hide, fading into the dark. But you might be different. If it's you, it might be possible to stand still, if only for a second. That way you can help me. We can both be fulfilled. Just thinking about it, it makes me feel something. I cannot describe it. I am not good with words. There was a person in my past who taught me to speak like a person. They were not good at it either. And thinking back on it, they certainly didn't enjoy it. To teach a wordless being how to talk must be a challenge. Yet, they did. Simply because they could. It is weird to remember. Because it makes me think of why I want to be seen. And I am not. Sure, I don't care much for my appearance. I don't want to be judged. But if that were it, I could easily stay out of sight. So why is it? Why do I want someone to recognize me so much? Maybe it's only because I can. Because everyone gets to be recognized. But me. But I will. Soon. Once you open your eyes. There it is again. Just thinking about the moment you unveil your sight onto me, and you finally take those bed sheets off your body, and you inspect every crevice of mine, and you finally open those tight lips of yours to let me hear what I am, and to maybe even give me a name. It makes me feel, but I don't know what. Surely it would be evident if you were to look at my face. Hey, does my expression look like when that veil of uncertainty finally disappears? What answer me? A cheerful smile. That may be so. It would only make sense for the end of this journey to bring me joy. It has been so long. I can no longer remember where it all began. Say it had a beginning. Maybe the starting point is that faint memory, the earliest one I can recall. I was walking, and for some reason, it was daytime. I rarely travel during the daytime. Only when the fear of being seen isn't there. I must have believed that was the case. It's strange, since the place I was walking through was a city, one full of people. I couldn't see them, but I knew they were there, hiding in the shadows, with their backs against the dirt, completely motionless, completely silent, the vacant weight of their deaths. And what's more, no one dared to look at me. Did they even know I was there? Maybe they did not care. All I remember is feeling a certain kinship towards the hidden inhabitants of that settlement. They were like me, living in fear of what others might think, and who's to say I wasn't one of them? joyful